Holy moly. Shepard getting a bit infuriated there. He's punching out. I told you old Gabriel was slapping the chops. Well, a punch in the stomach was just as satisfying. And then giving that other admiral a lecture about the propositions to study the Geth, study Legion rather. That was rather amusing. That little exchange there. Okay, so I'm going to end this session here, I think. What time are we on? 55 minutes. It is rather shorter session, but let's answer this distress call first.
Edie, can you clean this up?
I will try. This is the Kodesh. We've lost barriers. Our call system is jammed. Can anyone hear this? We have Geth fighters incoming. Please, if anyone can hear this, we need help. We have hull breaches. Life support failing.
Okay. You sounded rather distressed. Rightly so. I'm just going to, before we go rushing off, our usual war asset. Nothing new to the war assets just yet, but we'll speak with Admiral Raan.
The Geth recovers faster than we'd hoped. If it hadn't warned us, they could have wiped us out.
Sounds like you owe Legion an apology.
However advanced your friend is, it's still a Geth.
A Geth who just saved your fleet.
And I wish I could have known it better. But right now, we cannot afford trust. What do you need?
Which fleet does Admiral Zen command?
Special projects. It's not a fleet per se. Just a few research vessels. Her technical breakthroughs have put us within striking distance of the home world.
You're not worried about her losing perspective, given her interest in the Geth?
If she can save our people, she can do whatever she wants.
I'd like to know about your patrol fleet.
In peacetime, the patrol fleet managed navigation, internal security, and intership conflicts or crimes. Now, we mostly guard the heavy fleet's flank. It's mostly light frigates or fighters.
Tell me about the civilian fleet.
Our civilian ships? Admiral Corus commands them. It survived his crash landing on Rannoch. In peacetime, they made up the bulk of our fleet. Now, our strength would even give the Turians pause.
Tally said you had the largest fleet in the galaxy.
The Turians have more dreadnoughts. Their overall military force is larger than our heavy fleet by far. But before we began this war, we jury-rigged every Quarian ship in the flotilla for battle. Even our live ships had cannons.
Smart or crazy? I think it's rather... makes him a target, in my opinion.
You've converted them into dreadnoughts. That's a violation of the Treaty of Ferrixon.
While live ships have firepower comparable to a dreadnought, their primary purpose is food cultivation.
You think the Council will buy that technicality?
If need be, I'll apologize once this war is over.
And in the meantime, you're putting your civilians in danger.
Not casually, Commander. We keep them off the front lines, but we'll do whatever we must to win.
What can you tell me about Admiral Geralt's heavy fleet?
It was our main military force before the war, comprised of all Quarian vessels suited for sustained combat. It can't compare to the Turian forces, of course, but we have a number of heavy frigates and advanced fighter forces.
I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you, Commander.
Commander Shepard seems to be taking a rather hard line with these Quarians. And of all the races so far, he's namby-pambied and mollycoddled. A peace deal between the Turians and the Krogan. He's not pandering, but he's stepping carefully in terms of the Solarians and stuff like that. Comes to the Quarians, he ends up punching one of them in the damn stomach, shouting in the face of the other. Maybe he's just losing patience.
Trouble with an Turian fuel depot in Sion. I've updated the galaxy map.
Fuel reactors. Anything else?
Add the Quarian fleet's combat data to ours. They've got amazing technical coverage. They might even have the Solarian speed for strategic processing capability.
Thank you. Important message from Miranda. She's going to meet us on the Citadel. Have we drew a chip back to the Citadel anytime soon? I don't think so. Rannoch.
The planet Rannoch, an arid planet orbiting an older star in the Tikkun system, is the former Quarian home world. Almost 300 years ago, the Quarians were driven from Rannoch by the Geth, synthetic servants who gained sapience and rebelled against their creators. Although Rannoch is now largely uninhabited, the Geth have acted as caretakers, working to repair the planet's ecology, restore ancient structures, and cultivate some farmland. Rannoch has no insect life. As a result, its pollinating plants evolved to rely on animals for propagation. This symbiosis between flora and fauna is responsible for the Quarians' weakened immune systems, which made colonization of other planets extremely difficult after their exile from Rannoch. For many Quarians, reclaiming their home world from the Geth is a matter of both cultural and physiological necessity.
All right. Well, I mean, if we can assist in them regaining their home world, we will do it. But hopefully by slightly more peaceful means, if that is at all possible. The miracle at Palaven. Hey, bit of an update here. The Tyrion and Krogan counterattack on Palaven combined deception, courage, and tenacity. First, the Tyrians leaked a false battle plan that drew on the same tactics they used at the beginning of the assault on Palaven. Then the dreadnought, Indomitable, faked a problem with its drive core coming out of FTL near Palaven's moon Menai. 3 other dreadnoughts and their attendant fleets deployed to assist Indomitable, a tempting target that drew the Reaper capital ships away from Palaven. Tyrian troop transports then entered Palaven's atmosphere to release shuttles, gliders, and individual soldier capsules. The Reapers did not understand the seriousness of the threat at first. Those that detected the landing craft sent husks and collector swarms to intercept them, but little more. This allowed Krogan commandos to link up with Palaven's resistance and hand off their payloads, warp bombs and fission weapons. In simultaneous strikes across the globe, Reaper ships began to explode. Tyrian resistance members had managed to smuggle the bombs inside when the Reaper processing ships, troop transports, and even destroyers and capital ships had opened their structures to indoctrinate Tyrian leaders. Large swaths of territory fell back into Tyrian and Krogan control. News of the victory gave a much-needed boost to the morale of the Tyrian resistance and the galactic public. But the action was not without sacrifice. Tyrian insurgents gave their lives to ensure the explosive detonated, and the processing centres they destroyed were full of civilians who died just as surely as if they had been harvested. Of the dead, General Minin Resvirik said, "Whatever they were in life, their deaths had no equal. They are worthy of joining the spirits of Palaven itself." So they're winning. Indeed. That is a bastion of hope to get behind. So mission summary then. We're going to land on Rannoch. Disable server controlling Geth fighter squadrons. See if Admiral Corus is alive. Help the Quarian fleet survive the Geth attack until the Reaper base can be located. And a side mission. Something about fuel reactors or something or other. Of course we have the Hades Nexus, Dakuna to keep our eyes open for, and a whole host of collecting things for the Citadel. But before we get to any of that, we will talk with our crewmates, head to Captain's quarters, and take a slight breather.
Man, those Quarian admirals are intimidating. And if you get nervous, you can't even imagine them naked, because, like, who knows? A tentacle monster under there? What is that? What's under there? So, for humans, blowing up a ship with an ally aboard is kind of a party foul, but I don't want to be culturally insensitive. Are we okay with our new alien buddies doing that?
We are not.
Right. Just making sure. Different standards and all. And you found Legion. He's still wearing that piece of your armor? Because that wasn't creepy at all.
Shepard, the Geth continue to block Quarian access to the mass relay. The Normandy stealth drive is allowing us to remain undetected.
Right. You can hit the Quarian homeworld or get out of system whenever you want. Just let us know.
Thank you very much. Oops, a daisy. I'm losing control here.
I've been contacted by Legion.
Your new platform is inefficient. It has low volume hydraulics and is top heavy.
This is an infiltration unit, meant to move among organics without detection.
Without an artificial epidermis, its infiltration capabilities are ineffective.
Still, the organics do not perceive it as a threat. Nor will they until my day of reckoning.
Edie.
Did I vocalize that on the bridge?
You did. You have acquired the organic attribute of asking questions to which you already know the answers.
I see your humor heuristics still lack an expert system.
Oh boy, Jeff, you made us a competition here. Okay, so where are we? Specialist trainer Admiral Ran Legion. Legion is in the war room. I didn't see him there. I'll go speak to him.
Commander.
Private. Okay, are we suitably scanned yet? Oh, there he is. No. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Blending in nicely, I see.
Shepard Commander, you opposed Creator Admiral Zen's attempt to confiscate our platform.
She's done enough already.
Your assistance continues to be noted.
You say Geth fighters are targeting the Quarian's live ships?
Hostile Geth fighter squadrons intend to breach the live ship's defenses. The assigned squadrons are networked to a server on Rannoch. If the live ships are damaged, the creators will lose armaments, provisions, people.
So we destroy the server?
No, Geth programs will transfer to alternate servers. They are only vulnerable through direct interface. Removing Geth from this server will prevent significant creator deaths. We will accompany you on this mission.
What did you do after you left the Normandy?
Our physical platform returned to the Geth consensus beyond the Perseus Veil. Data gathered during our mission confirmed that the old machine's return was imminent. We planned for war.
So the Geth believed your proof that the Reapers were coming back?
Of course.
That must have been nice. What was interfacing with the Reaper like?
The old machine took total control of our sensory equipment, our networking. Even then, we could not fully comprehend them. They are magnitudes above us. A single thought was immense, overwhelming, unknowable.
You're making them sound godlike.
Their forms are advanced but mundane. We do not view the old machines as analogs to deities. However, we have gained perspective on why others would imbue them with these qualities.
Back on the Dreadnought, you mentioned Geth heretics. What exactly happened to them after we blew up that satellite?
Rewriting the heretics increased the number of Geth allied with the old machines. This has resulted in a greater number of hostile Geth platforms.
So you're saying it was a mistake?
It has put us at a tactical disadvantage.
Oh, damn.
This was not a foreseen outcome, but we cannot change decision once it is made. Do you harbor regrets about rewriting the heretics?
The Quarians hit first. If we get rid of the Reaper signal, maybe this war doesn't have to end with everyone destroyed.
An interesting notion. Most organics would not hold on to ideals of peace for so long.
The Geth fought the Quarians before. What made this different?
The Geth were building a megastructure to house all Geth, store all memories. It wants to end our isolation from each other.
And the Quarian flotilla attacked it?
Yes. A significant amount of programs were installed when creators began bombing. We do not have sufficient surplus hardware to save them all. Some programs could not be recovered.
Is that what made the Geth desperate enough to work for the Reapers?
Yes. Imagine that for every one of your people lost on Earth, your own intelligence dimmed. The creators' attack narrowed the Geth's perspective. Self-preservation took precedence.
You were afraid you'd be wiped out.
We do not experience fear as you would, but we have no desire to be exterminated.
Even if the Reapers cost the Geth free will?
That is evidently an acceptable trade.
We'll talk later.
We will remain here.
Interesting indeed. Okay, everyone seems to be in their normal places of armories for James and Cortez, and Liara's in her cabin. Garrus is back on main battery. So I wonder if that's a sign. Could be. Oh, thank you. I think we'll head straight up to the cabin. Being almost blown to smithereens whilst inside the Geth superstructure kind of takes it out of you for the day. As you can hear, I did actually choose some music to put into my cabin. It's not exactly the most catchy or decent, but it's something. It's something just to be there, as we de-stress ourselves after the Quarians' admirals' hoo-ha's. I could feel the stress and the pressures and tensions ebbing away already. Right, so join me next time when we shall probably first of all see if we have any new clusters and systems available to scan. If we have, we will do that first. Then we will probably do this fuel reactors mission. And then if we have time after that, we're going to head to the Quarians' former homeworld. Shepard will be at least mildly intrigued to see what it looks like, having never been there before. Isn't that right, Mr. Koku? I thought so. So until next time, see you soon.